What's up, guys? We're doing a little review over the Razer Mamba Tournament Edition today. As you can see, it's not the biggest, but not the smallest mouse in the world. I bought this thing about 4 or 5 years ago, just because I needed a mouse, and I knew Razer was a good brand. Let's see, let's talk about its specs first of all. This thing can go from 800 DPI, which if you don't know what DPI is, it means dots per inch, which is basically your sensitivity. So the lower your DPI, the more you'll have to move your mouse to move your cursor. So then it can also go all the way up to 16,000 DPI, which personally I think that's a little too much, unless you're don't want to move your hand a lot, basically, when you're gaming in any sort of way. Let's see. One thing about this mouse that I didn't like, because since I'm left-handed, there's these two keys on the side here. I don't know if you can see that. These two keys here for right-handed people, those would be really good for you guys, because it's right there on your thumb. So if you were playing a game like Call of Duty or Fortnite, or playing something where you needed those thumb keys, these two are really nice, slick. Wouldn't really be in the way too bad like a numpad on the mouse would be. But since I'm left-handed, I actually had to go in and turn them off completely because I would be playing and I'd accidentally tap them with my ring finger, and it just became way too much of a hassle. But other than that, you've got your mouse wheel, basically. It's just a mouse wheel. It's got two buttons. You can click it side to side. And these two buttons are really cool because if you download Razer Synapse onto your computer, it's actually the DPI adjuster. So if you would want to move it up, like if you want to bump it up to 2400 or whatever you want to set it at, all the way up to 16,000, you just tap that and it'll bump it right up, or vice versa. This bottom button will move it right down. It's a really nice feature. I use it a little bit when I'm swapping between when I'm in a pause menu or if I'm looking at my inventory, compared to if I'm actually in the game trying to move my aim around or something like that. Another spec I'd say I really like, or not a spec, but design I like, is it's super ergonomic. So no matter how you try to hold it, if you hold your mouse with just one finger on like this, or if you do two fingers, or if you do a full palm thing like this with your two middle fingers on it, I don't know anybody that does that, but I'm just throwing stuff out there just in case. It's really nice because no matter how you grip it, it feels really comfortable. Now, I'm actually looking at switching mice at the moment because I'm trying to move over to all Logitech stuff. You might be wondering about my keyboard. I'm not going to talk about my keyboard. I need a new keyboard. It's crap. But here in a sec, I will show you the actual Razer Synapse app itself. And let's go ahead and flip over to that. Alrighty guys, so I just opened up my Razer Synapse page. I just had it on an open app on my page, on my home page. Just open it up. And there we go. So when you first get into it, you'll get this. You'll have to make a Razer account, which isn't that hard to set up. It's your email. And then it'll show all devices that are compatible with Razer Synapse. Right now, all I have is that Razer Mamba Tournament Edition. So all you got to do is click on whichever device, and what you see here is all you'll see here is all the buttons, right? So you got left click, right click, you scroll up, scroll click, repeat scroll up, repeat scroll down, and then here you have your sensitivity stage up and your sensitivity stage down. Those are those two little buttons I was talking about earlier that are right next to the mouse wheel. As you can see, I have the two buttons on the side completely disabled just because I'm left-handed and it doesn't work for me that well. So then you've got the performance page, which is really nice because then you can actually set each stage for your sensitivity. So for me right now I'm sitting at 1000 DPI, which I think is pretty comfortable for what I use it with my daily use. But if I'm playing a game like Call of Duty, Apex Legends, America's Army Proving Grounds, I normally drop it down to 800, but as you can see, you just bump it up each stage. When you're all the way up at 16,000, I am barely moving my hand, and it's moving almost across the whole screen. So for me, that's a little too much. Maybe if I get better as I progress as a gamer in general, I'll be able to play at 4,500 or even 9,000, but right now, it's not working for me. So what this is the polling rate. It's the frequency the data updates for the mouse. I maxed it out because to me, I haven't really looked it up completely. For me, it sounds like it does, it's like a refresh rate. So like when your monitor's refresh rate is 1 ms, this would make sense. You would want it to be as fast as possible for the data to get from the mouse to the keyboard, or from the mouse to the keyboard. Holy moly. It's been a long day, guys. From the mouse to the computer to the screen. If you follow me, we'll go to the lighting. So you can actually customize the brightness. You can choose when it turns off, how long, when you're idle for so long it'll turn off. If you go into the effects, like I have, you can actually go in and choose the colors. So I went into advanced effects and then I go to the Chroma Studio. You can actually customize each little section of these areas. You can customize the Razer emblem, you can customize the mouse wheel, each little thing on the side. Because if you see, man, I can't really see it that well. Let's change the colors, maybe that'll help. But you can see the Razer emblem is the color, whatever I wanted it to be. I had the mouse wheel be a certain color. Let's change that real quick, actually. Let's make that a little darker, see what happens. So if I change that to black, or let's go blue. Blue's really easy to see. So you see it actually changed that one section to blue. Let's change a couple of them so that we can see it better. Damn, it's really not that dark. Let's go to something like that. But yeah, you can customize each little section here on the mouse itself. It's a really nice feature if you're someone like me who really likes to have fully customizable colors. I'm just going to change all that back to where it was. Maybe. Where did I have these at? 212, 212, 212. Okay. And you can actually input the numbers for the red, green, and blue yourself. If I can do it right. 212. 2, 1, 8, 2, and 2, 1, 2 again, so that I get that white. Oh, here we go. So I put that middle section here. I actually made that really dark. So it's really nice because you can customize each little square however you want. So if you like, well, basically whatever colors you want, you could put it there. And then there's also this little over here, which there's different effects. There's ambient awareness, audio meter, breathing, reactive ripple, fire, all these little different effects, and each one of them has its own little deal. The breathing, let's add that, see what it looks like. So it'll, as you see, if it'll show, it'll make it pulsate like it's breathing. So you'll take a breath in, take a breath out. It'll look like the mouse. So it'll basically just go in, go out, go in, go out. It's pretty cool. That's basically the only one I've messed with. If you get a Razer mouse and you get download Razer Synapse, try these out. Let me know what you think of them. I've never really messed with them because I just like to keep my stuff static. Okay, so my stuff's back to normal. But yeah, so that's basically the Razer Mamba Tournament Edition. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks for checking this out. This is the Stag. Stag out, boys.